Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. As we head into the second to final week in the NFL this season, it's time for me to release my NFL team prop betting picks from Bet365 Sportsbook. Have three that I think are really good values coming up this week, and I think you should add all of them to your NFL picks as well this week. We'll start it off with the Vikings and Dolphins, and the over-under 4.5 touchdowns for these two teams this week. I think the under actually has a very good value between these two clubs. Obviously, Miami starting to collapse once again late in the season. Lost the last two games in a row against the Patriots, against the Ravens. Both times only scoring 13 points in both of those games. So the Dolphins offense is really starting to collapse here. But if their defense can show up in this game, I think this is a very good shot for this to go under 4.5 touchdowns. I don't think Minnesota's offense is going to generate too much on the road here. And on the other side, Minnesota's defense has actually been somewhat solid here recently, and pretty much I think should have a lot of opportunity to get pressure onto Ryan Tannehill, which I'll talk about here in just a little bit more. But right now, I think under 4.5 touchdowns at -120 should be a pretty good play between these two teams. Speaking of the Miami Dolphins, they are also my next prop betting pick here with an over-under of 24.5 points this week against those Minnesota Vikings. And I think, once again, the under looks like a pretty good play. I was mentioning that the Vikings should have no problems getting pressure onto Ryan Tannehill. Last year, that was a huge problem, obviously, for the Dolphins, as he was the most sacked quarterback in the entire NFL last year, and he's starting to look like he could be there once again this year. He's been sacked 10 times in the last two games as the Miami offensive line absolutely falling apart. I don't think that's going to help their offense at all. It's been one of the reasons why they've only scored 13 points in their last two games. So I think under 24.5 points is a very realistic expectation for the Dolphins this week. Go ahead and take the under at -120 as well. And the final one I have for you this week is the Buffalo Bills and their odds to win both halves while in Oakland this week against the Raiders. And at +115, I think it's actually a pretty good value. You can also find it at +125 as well at Bet365. I'm sorry, it is +125, not +115. So even better value on the Buffalo Bills to win both halves against the Raiders this weekend. They're absolutely going to tear up the Oakland Raider offense with that defense and how much pressure they can get. So look for the Buffalo Bills, I think, to be ahead in both halves at the end of them, and at +125 value definitely there from Bet365. So add those to under 24 points for Miami this week, as well as under 4.5 touchdowns between the Vikings and the Dolphins. Best of luck to you on these, and make sure you check out my player prop picks as well this week. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of the Sharp Pick.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.